things that I am certainly very passionate about, the first being home care, and the second being MS. I've had the privilege of working for Beata Home Health Care for the last 21 years. And in case you were wondering, yes, I did start when I was 5. Beata was founded in 1975 right here in Philadelphia, so it's a great place for us to be here tonight with all of you. And we've been providing home health care services with compassion, excellence, and reliability for the last 40 years. Some of you may not be familiar with home care. I had the opportunity to speak with some people who stopped by our vendor table earlier this evening. I want to share with you a story about what home care really is and what it involves. Many years ago, probably almost 2 decades ago, I remember receiving a call from a son of a client. His name was Paul. And Paul called. His mom had MS. He wasn't really sure what home care was. He wasn't really sure at the time really what MS was. He wasn't sure what his mom might need. He was living several states away from his mom, but he just wanted someone to listen, someone to educate him about home care, and to really give him resources. So I spent a lot of time that day talking with Paul about his mom, gave him information about the MS Society, who he certainly had been in touch with, and said, if you need more information, please feel free to call. So about 2 years later, Paul called back and said, you know what, I was in town this weekend and I saw my mom and she really needs help. So we started taking care of his mom, Frances, and providing home health aid services. And Frances needed a little bit of help bathing and dressing and assistance getting out of bed. And we took care of Frances for many, many years. We eventually provided nursing services for her. We provided physical therapy. We provided occupational therapy for her so that she could remain in her home. And I think for me, that was the first time that I had really seen the true impact of home care on someone affected with MS. So in addition to my story about Frances and about Paul, some of you may be wondering, well, you know, that's great, you have this experience and you've worked at Beata, but I've also had the privilege of being a client of Beata, not just an employee here. So I had a nurse. I had a nurse come to my home to give me a 5-day course of IV Solu-Medrol. I had a nurse come to teach me how to inject Paxone. So by now you probably can guess that I also am affected with MS. So for me, thank you. For me, this partnership with the MS Society is obviously not just professional, but it's personal. I'm proud that Beata has decided to partner with the National MS Society and to support their mission to raise awareness and provide resources to others who are affected and living with MS like I am. So our partnership has really been a natural connection. Our missions align very closely, and we are excited and look forward to supporting the MS Society, our local chapters in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware, and strive to achieve a world free of MS. In the future, we hope to align more closely to create resources, to provide educational resources and materials for those that are eventually looking for home care or just want a little more information like Paul or like I did when I was first diagnosed. So again, I'm honored to be here with all of you tonight to show our support for all people living with MS, and we look forward to strengthening our partnership so that together we can find a cure for all of us. Thank you.